Hello, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa, and I am that doll collector. Thank you so much for choosing to stop by today and watch today's video. Today in my video, I have a different kind of a video. I haven't done this kind of video before, and I've been talking about doing it and been working on it for a while. It's going to be a tour of my doll room. It's going to be a before and after tour. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I wanted to change in the before, and then I'm going to show you some of the things that I changed in the after and how I went about doing some of those changes. So anyway, first of all, how is everyone doing? I hope that you all are doing well, staying healthy, keeping warm and safe from the weather, the storms, what's ever going on in your world. I hope that you are able to find time to take time just for yourself and to play with your dolls and have some relaxing times. We all need that in today's world. Today joining me, I have two little special ones beside me here. I have Brick and Nevaeh, and they're dressed in cute little bunny outfits. They're kind of a casual outfit. Little Brickster, he's had this outfit on for a while. I just think he's so cute in it. He looks so cool. He's my coolest baby in my nursery with his little sunglasses and his little Peter Rabbit type shirt on. And his sister is sitting next to him. Her name is Nevaeh, and she has a shirt on that says, "We'll trade brother for Easter eggs." So she's got a pair of little sunglasses on and ears also, all ready to go just in time for Easter this weekend. So I'm not going to keep you guys very much longer in this intro. We should get right into the videos. It's going to take a little while to get through each one, especially the after video. I go through quite a few things. So I hope that you enjoy seeing how I keep my collection, the things that I do and the things that I enjoy. And I hope you hear, I hope you enjoy hearing about some of the things that I have in my doll room. So we'll see you when the videos are over. See you in a little bit. Okay, this is my room before I added more space, more shelves. As you can see, there's a lot of dolls. I want to try and get the dolls off the floor more, so I have more floor space. And I also want to hang some long curtains. And the shelves are right up against the wall. I can't have long curtains. And so I'm going to have to figure out something. This is my cat, Paprika. Say hi, Paprika. Paprika. Say hi. Okay. Yeah, so this is, and I like these shelves because they're open on the sides. You can see through to the dolls, but there's just a lot of space, I think, that is not being utilized right. I don't like how it is now. This is a very small room, and yes, I have a lot of dolls, but it doesn't have to feel this cluttery. I would like to organize it more. So next video will be on what I've done to improve it. See you then. Okay, everybody, I think I finally got my room how I wanted it. I changed quite a few, well, a couple things anyway, made more room. We're standing in the hallway about to go into my doll room. I just wanted to show you that I have one of the babies out here in the hallway. I have little Aurora. She's a Levi, one of my Levi replica dolls out here in her little spring dress, sleeping away. So she's currently not actually in the doll room. I also have 3 other dolls that are not in the doll room. I have 2 in the living room and 1 in my bedroom. But other than that, all the rest of them are in this room right here. So let's walk in here. So as you can see, right at the beginning here, I have gotten some of the dolls up off the floor. There were more than this actually sitting on the floor before this. And I've got them sitting up on shelves. So we'll start over here on this side here. You have this little group. So Aurora, her little chair used to be over here where these two were. And so by moving that out there, I made more space here and could put these guys in the front. And they're little Will and Ayla May here holding hands. And Ayla's got her little rattle. And this is Jasmine and Jennifer. Jasmine is infatuated with Jennifer's little necklace that she has on. So looking up, you have this shelf here on the side of the wall. This hasn't changed. I didn't do anything with this area any different. I have my My Little Pony collection right here, standing in front of my 18-inch dolls that I have. And up on top are some of my soft sculpted dolls that I have. Then moving over to here, this is my closet area. This wall hanging, I moved over to this doorway. This actually hung in my bedroom as a little girl. And it's one of those little Holly Hobby figurines that used to be really popular in my time. And this is actually made out of carpet scraps. My aunt made this for me for my room. And the yellow and white carpet, this kind of carpet, was the actual carpet that was in my bedroom growing up. So it's kind of neat that I was able to keep that. Look at that bright orange 70s shag carpet. It's kind of cool. So over here in this area, I did a big improvement. I added this shelf and made this bed for Cora, my little pickle sculpt down here, sleeping away. And Cora and little Mabel Mary here, they're sitting on two of those plastic crates turned upside down. And then I just put some pillow shams on top. Let me show you what I mean by the plastic crates. They look like this. You can get these, I got these at Walmart, and then they have these tabs like this. They kind of lock together. So that's how I utilize that. Now, some people use totes, and that works too. You can put things inside the totes if you have extra items you want to store. But for me, when I am in my doll room, how I like to navigate in this room is I don't want to have to move anything to get to one of my dolls. So as you can see right now, I could go up to any one of these dolls, pick them up, and it wouldn't disturb any of the other ones. So yeah, so the three of these guys were sitting on the floor, and they're up on a shelf now. This is a 12-foot wide board, and I just drilled little pilot holes and put some finishing nails in and made like a shelf over this little bed area. And put little brick right here on the side, and little Jessica standing here. And now, as you can see, they're in front of a really big window. I have large windows in my house. And so I'm able to, now I was able to hang these curtains, these longer curtains that I wanted. And I can now move them. There's a space between them and the wall, so I can easily move the curtains over, which was a problem before. I live in an older house. My house was built in 1937, and it's a little drafty, not terrible, but I like to have longer curtains on my windows because when it really gets really cold, it helps keep the heat, help keep it a little bit warmer in here. And also, if the sun would shine through there, I don't want it to be shining directly on my dolls. This way I can close the curtains and keep it cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter if I want to. Or like this time of year, it's nice to open them up and let the natural light in. So anyway, you can see I have little Rusty and Prince Michael and Dorothy. And this shelf was here before. I changed, I put some of the, I think I put different dolls in here than I had. Changed them around. Put different ones here. And the dolls that were up on this shelf up here are now up here. I put this shelf up. This wasn't here before. And as you can see, they're up. Whoops. Okay. They're up kind of high, but I can still access them. And I don't have to move anything away to get to them. Most of my shelves have these hangers like this because I do that because then I can put dowels in there. And then you can hang things from them. So I plan to do that here also, and maybe hang some headbands or put, I can hang clothing items there, utilize that a little bit better, which is really neat about those types of hangers. So up here I have some of my ceramic and porcelain dolls, and that's a picture of my mother with one of her dolls when she was younger. And then down here is, I utilize this as a changing table. Little Macaulay's hanging out here in his little Easter outfit. So cute. And this changing table used to be is actually a sewing machine cabinet. So I have hair bows and barrettes in there, and extra diapers, and hats and mittens and socks in the bottom. And those clothespins, I use those to keep my crocheted booties together. So when I take out a pair of crocheted booties, I take the clothespin off and I put it on the handle like that. And then when I put the booties back, I take the pin off, put them back on the pair of booties, and put them inside the drawer. It works really good. So you're not searching for the other booty. They're together in a pair that way. So under here, at the Dollar Tree, I found these two containers. They stack on top of each other. Before, I just had a cardboard box, which works. It was an old diaper box. But the problem with the diaper box was I had to take it out. I had things on top of it. I had to, if I had a doll standing here, I had to move the doll. I didn't like that. So I've put everything in gallon-sized plastic bags. These are clothing items for my 16-inch dolls and my 18-inch dolls. And so I use that for that. And then underneath, these are some of my bigger shoes and sandals for the dolls that have a little bit bigger feet. Then over here, I have a basket, a smaller basket for all the hair things, hair brushes and my silicone powder brush and some of my powder. And yeah, just different things. This is nice. You can just take it where you need it. I know a lot of people have those types of things. So that's where I have that. And this area here, look at little Anna and Jeremy. They're all ready for Easter in their little Easter outfits. Cindle and little Anthony John. So cute. And look at all these babies in the back. I made this little couch area. This was here before, but I improved it even further by adding this wooden shelf kind of across the top. And this right here is a body pillow in the back. And then I took an old bedspread and just kind of draped it over the whole thing to make it look kind of like a couch cover. So this is also made out of those crates. These 6 sleeping babies are sitting on 1, 2, 3 crates. So the 2 crates over here are going the long way, and they hook together with those little hooks on the side. They nest into one another. And then there's another crate going this way here in the front. And the pillow is able to sit on the back. And before, it was leaned against that wall, and you couldn't, again, do much with the window. You couldn't move the curtains, or you had to move everything away from the wall. So now there's a space back there because I put these boards. I made almost like a headboard, and put, so there's, I measured between the two spaces, and put a board, and did again with the nails. And there's also a board that goes in the back, right in the middle of that pillow. So when you push on the pillow, it sits against that board. And they're wide enough that it doesn't tip. It's good enough for a doll. Like, a person shouldn't probably be sitting on that couch, but there's not going to be a person. It's just going to be dolls. And the nice thing about having that board on the back now is you can sit things on the back and they won't sink down and push anything in the front away. So yeah, so I have little Axel sitting there, and my little alien baby Diamond, and my two Pikas, Honeybee and Buttercup, sit up there. Yeah. And I can still get to everybody. If I take one of the dolls away, it doesn't disturb the other one. So I really like that about that area. And then I have over here, I didn't really change much over here either, other than maybe the dolls, the different dolls that I had. I moved the dolls around, but as far as the structure, I didn't change too much. I have these two cube shelves, and stacked like this, it leaves an open spot where you can set something right here, which I really like. And this is another one of those wall hangings that my aunt made. This was in my brother's room. It's a clown. Look at all the funky carpet samples that are on that one. That's kind of cool. And then I have my two elves up here, Jack Frost and Christmas Snow, along with my two Megan dolls in the back. I have this lamp. And then these stars that you see on the wall, they actually serve a purpose. Behind them, the paint has gotten chipped. I never painted this room when I moved in. This was the color that it was. And so by making these little stars and putting them over the little chip, or you can do nail holes or whatever you need to do, it kind of camouflages it. And I think they look kind of cute hanging on the wall like that, until I can find enough ambition to actually, I'd have to take down all these shelves, and it would be quite a thing to try and paint this room, especially now. But anyway, I think it works all right. So any of this stuff here, I did not change. All these shelves are as they were. Like I said, I might have changed some of the dolls around. If you notice, this is Rebecca. I did a video on her couple weeks ago, or last week, can't remember. But anyway, this is the other one. This is Ryan. This is the boy version that my grandmother also made. She made those dolls in 1985. I'll point him out to you guys. And then, yeah, it goes all the way to the floor. There's my three cuddle babies down there. And you got Georgie and JJ. And in this bassinet is a ceramic doll. I found out this was also a Behringer baby, and the lady that made these had the form, and she poured her own ceramics and painted him. He's anatomically correct. I don't do much with him. I named him Jericho. I got him for my 16th or 17th birthday, I believe. And his limbs are really loose. He needs to be retied, and I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna have to look into that more and see if I can figure it out. But he's tied with elastic, and the elastic has gotten so old that it's all stretched out, and he's very loose. I don't want him to break. So yeah, at some point I'll probably do a video just on him and talk a little bit more about him. He has a little interesting story that goes along with him. And here on this shelf, you guys may have seen this kind of in some of my videos. This was one of my, this is a professionally took photo of, this was one of my senior photos. I had actually wanted to take it with some of my collection. So this wasn't my whole collection, but these were some of my dolls that I had in my collection at that time. And I have actually still have every single one of these dolls in my collection today. So that was quite an interesting day. My mom and I putting all these dolls in our car and heading down to the photography place. That was kind of a fun day. So anyway, yeah. Then here's some of my other babies on these shelves. Some of my vintage dolls. There's Brooks, and this one over here is like an animatronic doll. I did a video on her too. Her face moves and she sucks her pacifier and she cries. And this is a kid sister doll, the female version of a My Buddy. And then down here I have my real baby. I named her Elisa. She was a Christmas gift one year. And the one in the middle is actually a drink and wet doll, but she no longer works. She's made out of some kind of a rubber material. I named her Michelle. And then I did a video on this doll a while back. I named her Margot, the one holding the little Smurf. So that's pretty much my room. Everything that I've changed. That's all my dolls, like I said, except for 3. I have my silicone doll in my room, my bedroom, and then I have my 2 newest dolls still out in the living room. So, but if I really wanted to, I could fit them all in this room if I needed to. I also have some other dolls. This isn't like all of my dolls. I have some other dolls in totes that I keep in the basement. There's probably 2 totes of a lot smaller. I have smaller dolls. I have Barbie dolls, some more soft sculpted dolls that I don't have in here. So yeah, so I'll show you the closet area. Try and not make you too dizzy here. My closet is very small in here, and you walk in. I'm not real happy about how I have my shoes, but it works for now because I have so many. I just keep them in this little wastebasket, and it's nice because you can see through it. But at some point, I probably will change that. These clothes in here are my preemie size clothes and some of my summer's clothes and socks and underwear and clothes for my bigger girls, Jennifer and Jessica out here, my Patty Play Pal dolls. And I keep my blankets all in this corner here. I roll them like a towel so you can kind of see, so I can see what I have. And then in this bag is one of those bags that your doll comes in, the Ziploc bag. These are all receiving blankets. Then over here I have diapers. And I also keep my crafting supplies over here. These shelves were here when I moved in. I think they used this room at one time as like an office. So this is really neat to keep all my crafting stuff. Up here I have my sewing machines, which are not going to stay here long term. At some point I want to move them out of here and put them in my bedroom closet and utilize this space better for more doll items. Maybe, I don't know, I could maybe put my blankets up there or something anyway, something better. This over here, I use that to put dolls together with. I have my polyfill up there, and there's some zip ties and tools and things that I use in that bag for that. And then a lot of the dresses and clothes that are hard to put in the dressers I hang here. I also have a small area in my own closet where I hang some of the bigger dolls, dresses, and clothing items also. So that's my small closet in my small little doll room. We'll close the door. So now I'll take you into my bedroom and I will show you I have one dresser dedicated to all my doll clothes in there. Okay, so this is the dresser right here. This actually was is my childhood dresser. Growing up, I had this in my bedroom. And so that's kind of neat. And I think before me, it was my mother's when she was a young girl. So anyway, it works really well for doll clothes or baby clothes. I have short sleeve onesies in this one. And, you know, it starts newborn 0 to 3, 3 to 6. And it's starting to get a little messed up because you get clothes and you add it, and you guys know how that is. But anyway, this way I'm able to keep it all in one spot. So I have all the pants, long pants in here, and bib overalls in here. And then the way bottom drawer is Rusty, because and Georgie and JJ's, a lot of their clothes are down in this bottom part. So yeah, it works good for that. And like I said, then I have some clothes on the top that is new, and like the stuff that needs to be washed, I'll put up here before I put away. And then, yeah, so it works good for that. And I have a spot in my closet, like I said, where I hang like the bigger dresses and things like that. So yeah, so there you are. That is my room and how I keep my things as of now. I can't tell you how many times I have changed this room over the years, especially since I've started getting into collecting again. It'll probably change some more in the future, who knows, but I really like how it is now. I like the open space in the front. I like filming in here. I like having the dolls in the background at times, and now I have a little bit more room where I can do that. And I think it looks pretty good. I think it turned out really nice, real functional. So yeah. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed seeing all the improvements that I did. You have some kind of an idea of how I display my dolls in my room and the things that I do, and how I enjoy my collection of all my babies. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and know that me and all the dolls in my dolly room love and care for you. We all care for you so much, and we thank you for stopping by and helping to make our day a very happy Dolly Day. And we hope that you all are having one as well. Remember that happiness is a choice. And we hope to see each and every one of you, yes, even you, in the next video. We love you. Bye-bye for now.